Chapter 6. Chloe and Stephen help Michael through the woods, following the same blood trail Sheriff Black was just on not too long ago. They see the logs and branches he'd moved around. "I'm surprised that dumbass actually has enough brains to leave any kind of clues," Stephen says as they move into the unknown. Chloe squints into the bushes. Well, if it isn't Sheriff Black, did you find anything?" she asks. Sheriff Black stares wide-eyed at the three for a few seconds before answering. A part of him is surprised that Michael is out and about not so long after the beating that was handed to him. Michael stiffens his back until it's straight as an arrow, as to not show how much pain he's actually in. He makes eye contact with Sheriff Black, making it a point not to look away. Michael refuses to show any weakness. Sheriff Black is still very shaken and disturbed. With the image of Misty dismembered in that hole, he brushes off Michael's quiet defiance. The sheriff's skin is pale and clammy. It looks like he's seen a ghost. Each breath taken in is shallow, and he can't do much aside from stare at the three young teens with confusion and regret. For the first time in Sheriff Black's life, he actually feels bad about ruthlessly beating a man during interrogation. He looks closely at Michael's swollen eye and lip. The bruises are forming down his neck and shoulders, and his arm is clutching at his ribs. Sheriff Black gives his own family and loved ones a quick thought. He also ponders on all the what-ifs, much like John had before. What if Misty was one of my own? What if he kills anyone else in my town? What if this man has been arrested and in my jailhouse and I let him go? What if I could have saved her had I not been interrogating the Hounds boys for the duration of the morning? The sheriff is sick, and a part of him is grateful that he hadn't eaten much that morning. Sheriff Black couldn't tell why he was yet to puke, much like the farmer who stood next to him in the bunker. "Well, did you?" Stephen asks again. "Huh?" He's wading through the fog of his thoughts, trying to remember the question they asked in the first place. Stephen repeats, "Did you find anything?" He finally forms words. "Yes, and you kids don't want to see it. Besides, I don't want anyone else poking around the crime scene until we can get some backup." "Well, at least tell us if she's alive or dead," demands Michael, thinking that it's the least he can do. "She's dead," Sheriff Black breathes, hardly a whisper. "And you'd probably better get home to your families until we can figure it all out."